Rex Brown, most people will know you from Pantera, of course, and also Down. And you're about to release your debut album with your new band, Kill Devil Hill. How's life, Rex?
Life is good. Life is really good. Everything's going really well. We're just waiting for this record to come out. You know, it's we spent a good part of a year making this last year, and we've got an excellent lineup, and we're just waiting until the 22nd. I think we're fixing to hit the road here, and big announcement come out tomorrow. So we're going to play in the States before the record comes out. So with another band that's up and coming. So we're just waiting, man. We're ready to jam.
I think this is a very interesting collaboration. I mean, I guess some people will be surprised to see you hook up with Vinnie Appice. Do you guys go back a long time?
We go back a long time, 20 years. We've known each other from, playing festivals and stuff. I think the first time that I ever met Vinnie was we were playing the Gods of Metal in Italy. And actually we smoked a joint. We had just finished playing, and we met Ronnie James Dio and Vinnie, and actually smoked a joint with them before they went on. So Phil and I sat behind Geezer's rig. Black Sabbath was playing. I think they were supporting Dehumanizer or something like that. So I've kept in contact. I'd always see Vinnie around whenever I was in L.A., or I'd see his brother, or I'd say hi to whatever. And we actually ended up down toured with Heaven and Hell we did a Canadian tour with them, and also did an Australia, New Zealand tour with them, and became really good friends with Vinnie. He came down in about a year and a half ago. I had another project I was doing. We had been in touch, and I said, you know what, why don't you come down and play drums on this thing and see what you think. And it didn't pan out, but at the same time, he gave me some tracks that he had, and it turned out to be, how do I explain it? Just put my bass down and tell them, leave the I don't want any other bass on it. I don't want any scratch tracks or anything. Let me just play to the tape and see what you think. So I sent it back to the guys, and apparently they were floored because I'm in the band. So there you go.
I've been listening a lot to the album for the last couple of days, and it's a great album. How do you compare this music to the music you've done before in the past?
I think this is kind of what I was looking for. I wanted something with a little. I played all that heavy stuff. The pinnacle of my career was, Pantera, and then, the Down stuff was totally different than Pantera was. And it's just kind of a musical journey for me, I was kind of looking for something with a little more melody and harmonies. And when I first heard Dewey sing, I was just floored. It has the potential to be really, really good. So I kind of took a chance, and the rest is history, really. I mean, I think we made an exceptional record, and we're looking forward to tour around the world and kick everybody's ass.
There's some obvious Alice in Chains influences on the album. Who brought those influences to the band's music?
I think anytime you have anything heavy like that we do on the bottom end with the three of us, with Mark and Vinnie and I, you get that heavy sound. But then Dewey brings in, Dewey's a bit younger than we are, and his influences were definitely, Lane Staley, but those are just influences. So we didn't intentionally set out to sound like Alice in Chains, even though I'll take the comparison. They're a great band, and if that's what people want to think, well, that's fine. But we have, I don't think we sound like Alice in Chains. I think we're pretty original. I think anytime you have harmonies and melodies over something that's heavy, people are going to point a finger and go, "Oh, that sounds like Alice in Chains." Well, that's cool. But it's I don't think it sounds like Alice in Chains, We're not trying to rip off Alice in Chains, so.
Do you listen to the album yourself now? It's a while since you finished the record.
Yeah, I listen to it all the time. In fact, I was listening to it at the kids' school this morning early. I listen to it all the time. I go out and play some dates at the end of the month, and then we start this tour shortly after that, and so I've got to listen to the arrangements and all that kind of stuff. But I do it. I've listened to it. It doesn't bore me at all when I listen to it, which is good. Usually when I'm done with a project, I don't like listening to anything, any of the music that I've done before. And with this, it's one of those records that just grows on you, even as close as I am to it. I just think that it's going to be fun getting out there and playing it, live for people and turning them on to what we have to offer.
You said you've been playing a lot live already. Was that before you recorded the album?
No, we actually recorded the record. Well, we played 5 gigs before we went into pre-production for the record and got everything down as close as possible to what we wanted to do, and recorded the record in 30-odd days. Went on the road directly after that for 5 weeks. Came back, and Dewey's voice was so strong that he re-recorded the vocals, and then it took us about 3 times to mix it. But we were trying to make the killer debut album, so you have to make a little sacrifice here and there, and we found a great mixer in Jay Rushton. He did the last Anthrax and Adrenaline Mob, and he's done all kinds of stuff, and he's just a great engineer.
How was the recording process? Was it like you guys met in the studio and did your parts, or was it like you sent files to each other, the way a lot of bands do it these days?
We recorded. Everybody was out playing. We basically had these songs. I had been going down when I first got with the band in January of last year. I was at the NAMM convention, which is a big convention for musicians in L.A., and took an extra bass with me and went to rehearsal, and we all plugged in and just kind of met each other, the other guys that I didn't know, and plugged in, and it sounds very cliche to say, but everything it was just instantly the magic. You could feel the magic in the room. So I would go down every month, and we would start working on the songs, and kind of putting different arrangements to them, and just basically they're not too far removed from the demos, but there's still some stuff that has changed that dynamically wise adds a lot to what we're doing.
Were you looking for a new band at the time? I mean, are you done with Down? So
yeah, and there's no animosity there. It was just I've been with Phil for 24 years, something like that. So it was just one of those kind of things that we needed to go in our different directions, and that's we're still friends. In fact, I talked to Kirk yesterday, and I talked to Phil a couple of weeks ago. So we're all still good friends and all that kind of stuff. It's just I was leaning towards something different. And this opportunity just kind of landed in my lap. So here I am,
Yeah.
Really, it's what I want to be doing, and I'm playing with one of the best drummers in the world. So, I mean, you just can't beat that. And also the guitar player, and, the talent in this band is endless.
What is it like starting all over again? I mean, after a huge thing like Pantera was, I mean, that's quite a few years ago now, but now this is a new band, and you had to go out there and make people discover you. Is that just excitement, or is it like, oh, here I go again?
Well, the music business has changed so drastically in over the years that it's pretty much do it yourself these days anyway. So it's at one point it's invigorating to have that kind of energy again. Instead of just getting up and playing the same old set. It's playing with new musicians. It's going out there and spreading the word, and we played the first 3 songs. People don't know what to expect. They're probably expecting us to play a cover, which we won't do. We're just playing all original music. So by about the 3rd song, they start getting it. They feel the power. They they can feel what's going on, and then by the end of the night, they're just, everybody's just up in arms, and it's been really great. We've been playing smaller places, and I love playing smaller places. I've been on every big stage in the world. I've accomplished all that, and I just want to take that band to that level, So it's a good refresher course in why I do this in the first place, because I want this to be, this is what I love doing, and if it takes a little bit of what we have to do, I'm open to it. It's a fun feeling. I mean, you can be on the world 1 minute and the next minute, as long as you have the passion for it. I mean, that's really what it's all about. It's about the music. It's not about where you're starting or anything like that.
So Pantera fans that show up on your gigs, they won't be hearing any Pantera tracks then?
Nope. No, why? We can always, anybody can rest on the laurels, I've already done that.
Yeah, sure.
I've already been there and back, and to be doing this it's actually a pleasure, the way that we're kind of setting everything up, just because, like I said, it's just invigorating, and playing with Vinnie, we change stuff around all the time, and just, it's one of those things where it feels, the hunger's there. It's good now, Well, I lost a little bit of fire during the way. You know what I'm saying?
I actually had to Google the band name Kill Devil Hill, and it turns out to be a small town in North Carolina. What's your connection to that?
Well, it started out with Mark. Mark he's got a pilot's license, he's an aviator, and he came up with the name. And but it also has two connotations. The pirates used to back in the 1700s. They used to, they would basically, bomb other British ships, and what they had was they would loot, all of the ships that they had sunk, and usually a lot of these ships had this rum, and they would stash the rum in the hills of the sand dunes of what is now Kill Devil Hill. But the reason it got its name is because it said the rum was so strong that it could kill the devil. We thought that kind of was, kind of cool. Along with, that's where the Wright brothers first flew their plane over the, dunes and the whole bit where those pirates were. So it has a lot of history to it.
Are you aware of the band name the Kill Devil Hills?
Yeah, but they're a folk rock band. Who gives a fuck?
It's been 20 years since Vulgar Display of Power. Will you mark that in a way?
Yeah, it comes out the 15th of May. And what it is we've remastered it. It has a brand new track that not a brand new track, but a brand new a song, unreleased song that we found in the vaults and remixed. And anyway, it also comes with it's so funny that I was talking about the Gods of Metal festival where I first met Vinnie. Well, we have 6 songs live from that performance. So there you have it.
Cool.
Kind of come full circle.
Excellent. Does it feel like 20 years ago, or does it feel longer, or?
It feels 20 years ago. Yeah. I've been doing a lot of rocking since then.
Yeah, I see. Do you still keep in touch with Vinnie Paul?
No, that's a question for him, man. My door's always open.